Hey guys, Zerkaa here and welcome back to our Millwall Career Mode series. I'm going to start off this episode and we're going to look at the league table because I didn't show that at the end of the last episode. You can see we're sitting in third place with 62 points, 2 points behind Man City in second and 7 points off Chelsea at the top. Obviously some of the teams actually have a game in hand over us because obviously we played our game obviously an earlier date than some of the other teams. So obviously that table might change when the other games are played. But at the moment we are sitting in third place, which is crazy to think we're sitting in third place. That's why I was getting kind of getting excited. I was like, maybe we could actually win the title. And obviously if we had not had that poor bit of form recently, maybe we could have even been pushing for the title. But we'll see what happens. We're going into our first game here of the episode against Leicester City. Now Leicester City were in the relegation spots prior to this game. And pretty much the whole of the season they had been there. Obviously they got promoted from the Championship last season. And they actually started off pretty well against us. They scored a goal there, a pretty poor goal to be fair. Ake actually blocked the header from the corner off the line, and then when he cleared it straight into the path of a Leicester attacker, I guess, and he scored that and made it 1-0. We now move into the second half, and Benzi gets played through here, and he cuts inside, has a shot, and then puts in that bottom right-hand corner a nice one of those P-roller shots, that triple tap, not triple tap, but just a spam. When I do that shot, I just spam B, and you get like kind of like when you're in the box, you do a spam B shot. It's actually is a thing. It's called a rushed shot. And it just basically makes it roll on the floor and makes your guy quick it, so if a defender's coming in, it gets to him before the defender kind of thing. I then scored a free kick there with Bittencourt, one of my second or third free kicks I've scored in this Career Mode series. I'm not someone who usually scores many free kicks in FIFA 13. I used to score them all the time in other FIFAs, just like that all the time. But on this game I really struggled. I still haven't found my way with free kicks. So I'm getting there though. I'm slowly getting better throughout while I've been doing them recently. Now over into the 61st minute, Piazon picks up the ball here on the edge of the box, does a nice little LT turn, and then or LTRT turn, and then you get the ball. Nathan Ake has a shot, and then it falls to a player there, and he gets brought down by the Leicester defender, and obviously that means we got a penalty. And Piazon sets up to take that penalty, and he slotted that home in the top right-hand corner. And that put us 3-1 ahead, obviously giving us that 2-goal cushion. So you could be pretty comfortable at this point. Obviously against Leicester, you're not really going to expect them to come back in the game. However, 68th minute, Marshall gets the ball here on the left-hand side, has a shot, rifles against the post, and then it falls to the guy on the edge of the box there, and that's cleared. We then get the ball to Nugent here, 79th minute, does a nice little 1-2 pass there, and then slots that home to make it 3-2, giving them that little kind of bit of hope that they might get back in the game. Only a 1-goal cushion as well, so 1 goal at any point obviously makes it 3-0. And Wacom gets played through here. Cragno comes diving up a ridiculous Superman dive again, and he misses the ball and it falls straight to Ben Marshall's feet, and he scores there to make it 3-0 in the 90th minute. The referee pretty much blew up as soon as I took the kick off after that, so pretty gutting to lose that 3 points I had there, especially against Leicester as well. It's a team you definitely need to be beaten, especially if we're like where we are in the league. And that could prove costly at the end of the season, depending on where we're going to finish. And that could even mean losing our Champions League spot. So we have to be very careful with the results we get right now, because every point is valuable. And it's a really bad time to hit a poor run of form, which you have done. We've hit a poor run of form right now, and it's a really bad time to hit it. And I'm starting to notice that my players are beginning to get a bit tired, so we might have to be a bit careful with our team selection in the near future here. Because a lot of our players seem to be getting tired. I don't know why. They hadn't been getting that tired in the prior end of the season. I don't know if there's a part in the game that makes them more tired and more prone to injury towards the end of the season. Because if you think about it, we've been very, very lucky with our injuries this season. We haven't had an injury to Vidal, Piazon, or any of our key players, to be fair. The only injuries we've ever had is like LeQuint went out for like 3 months, and Jed Steer was out after we signed him for like 6 to 8 weeks. So we haven't really had any really bad injuries, where in the previous seasons we've had some really bad injuries to some of our key players, and that's really affected our things. So we have to be very careful, because obviously I'm very happy with how lucky we've been, and obviously don't want to jinx it. I'm going to touch wood right now. My desk is made of wood, so I'm touching my desk right now. Be very careful of that, obviously, because our squad isn't that big. I mean, if we lose Vidal and we lose Piazon, we're very limited of our striking options. And I only noticed this recently, that yeah, I have a great team, but my first 11's great, and maybe have some half-decent substitutes, but reserve-wise and just selection-wise, we haven't got that many players per position. They're actually of a really good quality to be at the place in the league that we are. So maybe at the end of the season we may have to strengthen our whole squad as a whole, opposed to just signing a star player. Maybe we need to strengthen some key parts of our team that we haven't really got solid players for. Like our defence, we haven't really got a natural proper replacement for any of our defenders. I mean, we have Nuno, who's a youth squad player. We haven't got any other actual centre backs at all. So we have to be very careful. We don't pick up any injuries towards the end of the season right now. And obviously, it'd be even worse if we picked them up at the beginning of the season. But right now is a very key part, and we need to hold on to all of our players. We go into our next game here against Derby. Again, another team in that bottom 3, and again, another team we have to be beating. We went 1-0 down against them to a goal by Bailey. Don't know who Bailey is. We scored it in the 31st minute there, and moving into the 31st minute again, just straight from that kick-off. Raven with the ball on the right-hand side, and then cuts inside, I believe, and then plays the pass to Benzia, who has a shot there, and somehow that went in, and it's a really dodgy goal. You're going to see it on the replay here, but so he does a Palo Di Canio kind of volley, and it deflects off of their defender, and then it does some weird curl, and the goalkeeper just kind of like just watches it go past himself. Like if you see it in the replay here, let's go and watch it in slow mo. So he kicks it, and it kind of curls in, and the goalie just watches it. It just goes, oh, that's going in. Oh, fair enough. I guess he thought it was going wide, and that put us obviously at 1-1. Still very disappointing to draw 1-1 to them if we do. But Piazza gets played through in the 70th minute, and you think he's going to score, but there's a great save from their goalkeeper there to keep them in the game, and that was a definite goal to opportunity. It's a goal that there's an opportunity we thought you'd have scored at any other time, but for some reason the goalkeeper saved that. Great save from him. And then Vidal had a shot there from the edge of the area, and that just went narrowly wide, and we could really done with that goal going in, to be fair. We'll now get Derby on the right hand side. They play a nice cross in, and again Kraken comes out for some Superman save and concedes there, and that made it 2-1. And then not too long after that, Kraken does one of those short goal kicks, and that's obviously from the frustration of me not doing too well. And that made it 3-1, and that was a pretty poor end of that game, to be honest. And to be losing to Derby 3-1 is really not what we want. And I'm going to have to blame Cragno for those 2 goals there. Obviously, I have to blame myself for the goal kick. But the second goal was definitely his fault, and he's done that to Superman. I did it in the previous game as well, and that's going to prove very costly again to our position in the league. And you're going to see now we've actually dropped down to 5th place, and Arsenal Man United have gone above us, and have actually kind of pulled away from us. They're actually 3 points. Man United are 3 points ahead of us, and Liverpool aren't too far away from us from 6th. And we want to make sure we can try and get that. I really want to try and get that 4th place so we can get the Champions League place. Now, a very key game here against Liverpool, and you can see we've had to rest some of our players. We have to put a Bankland Dale on the pitch. They had to put more Taylor on the pitch as well. We had to rest Ake, and we had to rest Bittencourt, I believe. But Ebanks Landell is a youth squad player who some of you guys have picked up out on the squad report because he has 98 attack positioning, which is just crazy. He's only a 17-year-old as well, so he could be a good guy for the future. He's one of the players we got from our scouting network, and we started off really well against this game. Obviously, we had to rest one of our strikers as well. I believe it was Piazon we had to rest. And Lecointe picked up that goal, proving his worth, and scored that goal. Nice deflected goal there to make it 1-0. But then Liverpool went out on the attack, and I brought one of the players there. More Taylor actually bringing down one of their players, and that gave them a penalty. And obviously Suarez steps up to take this penalty. Now I should have known. If Suarez, what did Suarez do to us last time? He chipped it down the middle, and he did that again, and he fooled me twice. So that brought Liverpool back into the game, and they scored their equaliser there, and so that made it 1-1. And I was kind of nervous really because it's a very important game. Winning this would mean a lot because it means that we're obviously winning 3 points against a team that is very close to us and a team that could potentially pose a threat to us. And obviously losing this would be a very bad on like our season, especially with our current form. We definitely need to get some 3 points, even some points under our belt. And Vidal scored then for the 39th minute there to make it 2-1, which is exactly what we needed, especially going just before half time. Well, not just 6 minutes before half time, exactly what you need to give us that morale boost. And then at that point, I could have just tried to hold on to the result, which I did do, but Liverpool pressed really hard, and straight away again, Cragno saved that and put it straight into the path of Gaetan, I believe his name is, and they equalised to make it 2-2, pretty much an instant reply again, and that's pretty disappointing in itself for them to concede a goal before half time. I was hoping that I'd go into half time with that lead. Some reason I don't know. I don't know if it works in real life. It works in real life. I don't know if it works on FIFA. But sometimes going into half time with a lead gives you that morale boost, and obviously gives you that confidence boost for the next half that you're going to win, and obviously you can feel kind of stable. And I don't know. I guess it just helps somehow. You see here, did some substitutions. Brought off Landell, brought on Bittencourt and Martins da Costa. Try and give ourselves some new options because the game was kind of a bit flat at this point. It wasn't really much stuff going on. And Liverpool were providing quite a strong attack. I mean, Cragno, to be fair, I mean, he has made some mistakes in these games, which obviously I've highlighted, but I obviously haven't highlighted the fact that he's made some great saves for us as well, and he has kept us in games. I mean, so you can blame him and you can't blame him. He's done a good job for us, and obviously I can't. And some of you guys will say play Jed Steer. Well, I can't because Jed Steer is still out injured, so that is really annoying at the moment. You see here we're still sitting in 5th. and they still got a 3-point cushion over Liverpool with 3 games left to go. And you're going to find out in the next episode exactly how this season finishes. Like, it should be really exciting. If you enjoyed the video, then please leave a like. If you have any feedback to give, then please leave a comment. I do read all of the comments on this series, and I do tend to reply to a few, so maybe you might get lucky and get a reply as well. But I shall see you guys soon. Goodbye.